Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Jaitarani Berutarigan. This time I will explain about one of the culture in Indonesian, namely Karo culture. And here I will discuss 9 points about a Karo culture. The first is what is Karo culture? The Karo people are one of oldest ethnic group in North Sumatra, believed to have inhabited the Karo Islands for thousands of years. The origins remain a subject of study, but they are thought to be a mix of indigenous Austronesian population and assigned migrants from mainland Asia. Karo society is deeply rooted in traditional customs, especially their clan systems known as Marga Silima or five main clans, which govern social structure and relationship. Before the arrival of major world religion, the Karo practiced an indigenous belief system called Pemena, centered on ancestor worship and harmony with nature. Colonial influence, particularly Dutch rule and through the spirit of Christianity by missionaries, brought significant culture change. Though many of their traditional customs and values remain present today. The second is where I live, which is mostly inhabited by Karo people. The Karo people primarily inhabit the Karo Highlands in North Sumatra province, especially in Karo Regency with its capital at Kabanjahe. They are also found in neighboring areas such as Deli Serdang, Langkat, Simalungun, and the city of Medan and its surroundings. The town of Brastagi, known as popular mountains tourist destination, is also a culture center for the Karo. Outside North Sumatra, many Karo people have migrated and settled in other provinces across Indonesia, particularly in major cities like Jakarta, Pekanbaru, and Palembang, while still maintaining their cultural identity and tradition within their communities. The third is the clan in the Karo tribe. In the Karo tribe, Marga or clan is crucial kinship system that forms the basis of an individual's social identity. Marga represent a patrilineal lineage passed down from the father, and individuals are traditionally prohibited from marrying with their own Marga to avoid incestuous relationships. There are five main clans known as Marga Silima, like Ginting, Karo-Karo, Pranginangin, Sembiring, and Tarigan. Each Marga has smaller sub-clans and specific rules and customs in daily life, including traditional ceremonies, marriage, and conflict resolution. The Marga system also acts as a social network that tightly binds the Karo community, preserving their ancestral values and traditions. The fourth is a big collaboration held by Karo people every year. In Karo culture, there is one big day that is collaborate every year. Although it's collaborate in every village or area, it's not collaborate on the same date, but rather according to the agreement of the village community. The big day is often called the year work, which is celebrated by holding a party at night where the village youth will dance using traditional clothes, but for the use of complete traditional clothes will only be used by a pair of young men and women who are often called Bapak Aron and Nande Aron. And for the other young men and women will only wear kebaya with a skirt called songket and also a shawl called wisnipes for women, and for men will wear a regular shirt with trousers and use a sarung and clothes placed on the shoulder we call bekabulu. The fifth is traditional clothing in the Karo trip. Karo traditional clothing is a traditional clothing that is rich in symbolic meaning and cultural identity. Usually worn in traditional ceremony, such as wedding, death, and religious event. The characteristic of this clothing lies in the use of ulos karo or uisgara, a woven cloth that is dominant blackish red with a distinctive motif that symbolizes social status. Kinship and ceremonial function, this cloth is often used as a head wrap by women who are often called tudung. And this tudung also use only uisgara, but there are also those that are covered by bekabulu, which is red and is more often used during traditional wedding ceremony. Karo means usually wear long sleeved shirt, sarung, and is wrapped around the head or shoulders with red cloths and gold strips we call bekabulu. While women wear kebaya or traditional long-sleeved clothes like sarung or often called songket, and a shawl called wisnipes, which is draped over the shoulders. Each element of Karo traditional clothing is not only a complement to one's appearance, but also has deep philosophy about the values of respect, social responsibility, and identity in Karo society. The sixth is traditional food of the Karo trip. Traditional Karo food is an important part of the Karo people cultural identity, reflecting the richness of their nature, environment, and local wisdom. One of the most famous dish is teritas, a typical soup made from beef or buffalo meat mixed with traditional spice and fermented rumen fluid, giving it a strong and unique flavor. Other famous dishes include ikan arsik or carp cooked with yellow spices, chipora, thick chicken stew made with corn flavor, and chimpa, which is often we make at kerja tahun. All of which demonstrate the people's close relationship with agriculture and nature. The preparation of their traditional food is often done commonly during traditional ceremonies or family celebrations, highlighting the value of togetherness and the preservation of culture heritage across generation. Seven is the thickness of Karo culture. Karo culture currently shows the dynamic between the preservation of traditional value and adaptation to the development of this time. This preservation effort can be seen through the holding of various cultural events such as the Karo Flower and Fruit Festival, as well as the Sinabung Art Festival, which involves the younger generation in religions, art, and traditional performance. The local government is also actively supporting culture preservation through various initiatives such as registering Karo culinary, especially as Indonesian intangible culture heritage, and developing traditional culinary UMKM centers. The eighth is the uniqueness of Karo culture. The uniqueness of the Karo trip culture lies in its rich blend of ancestral traditions, strong communal value, and symbolic rituals that permeate every aspect of life. One of the most distinctive future is the Marga Silima, a system 5 primary clans that govern social structure, merit rules, and kinship relations, emphasizing unity and respect among community members. The Karo people also uphold complex ceremonial customs such as wedding and funeral, or we call urung rituals, which involve elaborate process, traditional music, dance, and the exchange of symbolic gifts. There are their use of the wisgara woven clothes, sacred oral traditions, and unique culinary heritage like tritas and cipera. Further highlight the depth of their culture identity. Despite modern influence, the Karo tribe continue to preserve and adapt its tradition, making their culture both resilient and distinctly vibrant. The ninth is how to preserve Karo culture. Preserving the culture of the Karo tribe requires a collective effort through education, community engagement, and adaptation to modern life. Teaching Karo language and traditional in school, organizing culture festival, and supporting local artisans help maintain visibility and pride in culture identity. Documentation of oral histories, ritual, and traditional art through digital media ensure accessibility for future generations. Intergenerational interaction between elders and youth plays a vital role in passing down customs, while government and community support to policies and tourism development strengthen preservation. By integrating traditional elements into modern fashion, music, and media, Karo culture can continue to thrive in contemporary society without losing its roots. Okay guys, that's all from me about the Karo culture. Thank you for watching my video. See you and bye!